All right, what is going on, everybody? We are live here in the After Review studio. I am your host, Peter. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday night. Week 1 officially of the college football season. A lot of awesome action today on the gridiron, and we officially have our channel fantasy draft for the night. So it's going to be a fun Saturday night. Everyone hanging out, having a great time. Hopefully. How did your schools do, boys and girls? Happy? Are you an Alabama fan? Do you want to jump off of a roof? Don't worry. It'll all be okay. Kalen DeBoer. Hey, man, I got a lot of shit saying I didn't think Kalen DeBoer was a great head coach. My team drove me insane, but they had a very good finish to the third quarter and fourth quarter. So a little bit better for my Aggies out there. Texas, down go the Horns. Arch Manning. Not that guy, pal. Not that guy. Tough showing from him. LSU and Clemson in a dogfight in Death Valley. But this draft's going to be going live here. We're going to wait a little bit, let everyone get into the draft. 10:05 start time. Here's Zins. What's up? He is taking Chase number 1. I confirmed he will take Chase number 1. Won't be able to type in the chat when we're drafting because I'll be on the phone. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally get that. You're going to lose your mod, and I'm going to kick you from the channel for not participating in the chat. But it happens, not everybody's great. I'm just kidding. Have a good draft, my man. Hop in. We'll break down all the teams after the draft as well, so hop back in. I am currently at the pick 2. My picture's gone. I don't know what happened to my beautiful picture. Maybe because I changed my team name and picture. We were trying to go through like a theme of like cities and teams. Officially, this team is the Chicago Nail Polish, and my picture is my favorite emoji that I spam all the time. My favorite emoji in the chat, which you get if you sign up for a channel membership. Caleb, the nail polish boy. So that'll be fun. Waiting for the draft room to fill up. Get ready to rock and roll. Should be a lot of fun here in the next few minutes. Watch the end of this LSU Clemson game. We also have Arizona and Hawaii kind of just kicking off. I think Cal and Oregon State are just now playing. So we got college football action late into the night. We can hang out, have fun. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Get that thumbs up. Get us out into the algorithm. Means a lot to me. We failed the live stream last night, trying to live stream from Waco at the game, the Baylor game. The pictures were cool. I had a lot of fun. Baylor kind of rolled out the red carpet. Shout out to the homie for hooking your boy up. So that was fun. They lost. I bet on Baylor to win too. I had them as my upset this week on Backyard Bookies. I'm not sad whatsoever, but fun time, fun stadium. Surprised how good it was. Great vibes all around. It's not quite Kyle Field over here. Let's not get it twisted, but lots of fun. So we got our fantasy draft tonight, but I'll be answering any college football questions, talking about all the games as well. Flip over, check the score here. LSU, Clemson, 17-10 still. This is going to be a good finish. I've already one fantasy draft in, like, it's kind of all over the place. But I got to lock back in. They said this game was awesome. Defensive juggernauts. Zay is here. What's up? Probably locking in on his draft. All right. We're about to start it here. Waiting for my boy who's got the first pick. I know Drape can't be here. I think it's Drape's birthday, so shout out Drape if he does show up. He's ready. We got a minute technically. I'll give everybody like 30 seconds. I hope LSU loses just for the 1-0 shirt. LSU, Brian Kelly might get, who's got it worse, Brian Kelly or Kellen DeBoer in SEC land if the Tigers lose another one week 1? But they look good tonight, man. They've kind of gritted this out. Every time I looked up there, LSU defense was making plays, which you love to see. So, all right. I think we're about to get it started. I'll text him. I'll text my buddy. Because he's got the first pick. So we'll see how this goes. Shoot him the text. But appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you had a good Saturday so far. Long holiday weekend. We got Labor Day on Monday. More college football tomorrow. We got Virginia Tech, South Carolina. And Notre Dame, Miami is the big one. And we are starting. We're going. Kicked it off. Jamar Chase. Okay, that puts your boy on the clock here. Saquon, Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs. Maybe I go Justin Jefferson for the lulz. Bo over JJ. Shut up, Aaron. Oregon looked good today, except for their mascot losing his head. His head fell off. I have a lot of Saquon. I only have one Bijan. I have one Jahmyr Gibbs. I have 0 Justin Jefferson. But let's go. You know what? I'm just going to ride with the Gibb train here. If the Lions are bad and my fantasy team is bad, I'm going to be a very happy boy. So I'll fade the Lions here. And if the Lions are good, I'm going to have a good fantasy team. Let's go. And there's Zin's on the clock. He's got to pick his running back. 3rd and 11. Clemson's going to get the ball back and have a shot to tie this football game. Can we see the draft here? I'm going to have to scoot the draft over as it goes. I want to keep it nice and big for you guys to see it on stream. If I shrink it out, it's impossible to read for everybody. If I show every team out there. So, that's good. What's the other scoreboard? I don't need the schedule. Also, how about our GOAT Lee Corso going out with a dub, picking Ohio State? You had to, obviously. And the only person who picked the Florida State upset over Alabama, his alma mater. Alma mater? Alma mater? Alma mater? There we go. That's a funny word. And this is not real beer, guys. This is alcohol zero. I'm not drinking. But huge win for the Seminoles. I'm shocked. I thought Alabama would cover that game easy. No problem. Shocked by it. Kansas State survived North Dakota. I saw that was back and forth. Oklahoma took care of business. Indiana, meh. Iowa State. Tennessee, it got a little close. It was last week. Penn State didn't cover, which I love to see. But they were pretty dominant. So it looks like we're going to hit the auto pick here. Everyone's ready. I mean, Bub over here, not even in the draft, and he was hyping up in the chat earlier. So I don't know what's going to go on, but how many? We got 2 minutes per pick. Going to have to hit the change. Can I up the draft timer? I got to figure out how to edit. There we go. What's the timer? Here we go. We're going to go to 1.5 minutes. I made an executive decision. Update. We're going to 1.5 minutes. This took too long. K-State is ass. They are ass. You must be ecstatic as a Kansas fan. I guess that's why you were asking me what running back I was taking. You wanted Barkley. Prime Reggie Bush versus Prime Adrian Peterson. 1v1 showdown for running back position. It's not even close. It's Adrian Peterson. Not even close. Reggie Bush was a good running back. He was a great college running back. Adrian Peterson could actually play running back. No mix of power and speed quite like Adrian Peterson for that generation. Bubs here. What's up? Yes, sir. Wanted Saquon. Well, you were pretty safe after you should have felt pretty safe after I took Saquon in the catch draft. You should have felt safe. I wasn't going to take another one. All right. Let's cook. You guys not going to fall to you, Zay? Well, you are at the back end of the draft. What happened here? Why did oh my God, because I waited for it. Oh my God, it reset this pick. I killed this draft. That's my bad. I thought it would just keep the timer. I didn't know it would reset the timer. Bub's going to cook. Uh-oh. He's locked in. I'm worried now. This is my fault. This is like 3.5 minutes for this pick. For somebody who's not even here. I think this was Sebastian who was pestering me the most to set up this fantasy league. And he couldn't even make the fantasy draft. Unbelievable. I'm going to yell at him in his next comment. Well, there goes Bijan. Now Drape's up. Let Drape's here. Happy birthday to Drape. Throw a little celebrations even if he's not in the chat. He is in the draft. And he is on the clock. I will not put input here on who I would draft. And who you should draft. Because that's not fair. Ooh, going with the Sun God. I'm in Ra. All right, Scooter's up. Scott going with my boy JJ. Bold. All right, Bub. No pressure. Bub's going to take Baker Mayfield or Mike Evans right here. He went CeeDee Lamb. Okay. He's not trolling. LSU punting. Let's see. Clemson's going to good punt, but he's going to have room to return. Gets around the corner. Clemson going to have the ball at about the 45. There's your guy went off. Henry. Oh, yeah, Henry. Okay, but big Aaron. Aaron taking Henry. He knows the king. A little early for the king. I thought he was good. I feel like Henry is going to follow you. Follow you. Silix, how about that upset today? Yes, sir. Down go the Crimson Tide. Cost me my bet. Not good for backyard bookies in my betting, but yeah, good win. Good win for the Seminoles. Like Florida State, like that program was in the dumps. And Alabama, infamously the team that kept out that perfect team 2 years ago. So, big time there. Big time win for Florida State. Little Lee Corso magic, maybe, in his final College Game Day appearance at 90 years young. So we got that. What else? We got my NFC North video, guys. If you haven't watched it, I've been doing all the division breakdowns, making my picks for the year. Not NFC North, NFC South is coming out tomorrow. So, Bub, be on the lookout. I got to finish editing that. It'll probably come out tomorrow afternoon. I think I'm going to change the release times. Like, I've been dropping these videos in the morning, and they've been doing shitty. Like, they've been doing shitty. So, got to change the algorithm over here. So, we might see some afternoonage. And I got to re-record the AFC North because so much shit happened since I recorded those videos. Obviously missed the Micah Parsons news in the video. Of course, the day I dropped the NFC North video, the Packers trade for Micah Parsons and upend all my picks. Just typical me. OJ, not here. God, nobody can be here, man. Everybody's here for the streams. Nobody can be here for the draft. And Boise State got smoked by South Florida 2 days ago. Yup. Auburn took care of business yesterday. Wake Forest almost lost to, like, whatchamacallit, Kennesaw State yesterday. Sebastian forgot about the draft. Jeez, Sebastian. Well, you got Bijan, so you're in good shape. You got Bijan at the pick 1-4. Thought it was tomorrow, not gonna lie. Happens. Glad CMC went off. Oh, didn't want to take... Yeah, CMC's kind of flying up draft boards. It makes sense. The upside is there. The upside is there. Well, you're here now, Sebastian, so lock in for the draft. You got a good pick. QB from USF was trucking fools. Yeah, everyone was hyped on USF's quarterback. Probably the Heisman. I'm surprised ESPN didn't say he was going to be the Heisman winner already. Let's look at some other scores. Tech taking care of business, 47-0 against Arkansas Pine Bluff. They paid a shit ton for that roster. Utah State getting rid of UTEP. We play Utah State next week. Ole Miss, Klubnik. Ooh. Short. Texas State gonna get a win over USF or Eastern Michigan, USF. Bryant and New Mexico State. Ooh. SMU a little lackluster against East Texas A&M, 21-3. Feel like we felt like SMU's offense was gonna roll. All right, 2nd and 7. Oh, Clemson's got the ball. It's gonna be 3rd down at the 15. Might have a horrible draft because all of my other leagues are 8 people. Well, don't worry about that. Lock in. Lock in. Need a new strat? True. You definitely need a new strat with 12 people. At least it's only 12. We were open for like 16, and people didn't want to sign up. People were busy. Cal's up 14-0. Old Pac-12 matchup. We're going to put on some more games here later. Oh, I got to move the draft over. My bad. The draft's over here. We're at this part of the draft. I got to keep moving the thing so you guys can keep track of it. I need a third monitor. I need a third monitor for chat. I got too much shit going on. Oh, balls in the air. Incomplete. All right, 4th and 4 here for Clemson. Big play. Big time. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you think the Tigers are going to win this game. The Tigers that play in Death Valley. If you think they're going to win this game, hit that like button. Oh, so glad football's back. Yes, sir. It felt right today. You know what? I had a moment today when Michigan had that first long touchdown run. I just got like, I don't know. I felt something in my spirit. I felt something in my soul. It was like, this just feels right. This just feels like Michigan with the blue, power running, big long touchdown run. It just felt, everything felt right in the world. I'm so happy football is back. Puka was my guy. Had to go with Nico. I love Nico. I love Nico this year, so not bad. I kind of like Nico more than Puka. So I would be happy with Nico's day. Feels like football boosts everyone's morality, mentality. Everything's up. Until, the season starts and then everybody hates life. And football just sucks your soul out. I can't wait for, Cowboy fans in middle November when the team's got 3 wins and they hate everything. Do I think McBride is worth a second-round pick? Well, Sebastian, maybe. I don't know. I don't personally like taking tight end super early, but I took Trey McBride at the start of the 3rd round in our other draft on the catch tonight. So it's not crazy. Brock Bowers, another guy, early tight end. Nico Healthy could be a top 5 1 receiver. I 100% agree with that. I said that in my AFC South video today. I said Nico could be easily top 5 this year. I think he could be a top 3 receiver. Incomplete. LSU wins. Wow, they finally got a win week 1. CD with a healthy Dak, life-saving. Yeah, and they're going to score a lot of fantasy points. Their defense is also horrendous, so they're just going to throw the ball, and they can't run. Let's see what happened here to Clemson. People's National Championship pick Clemson. Pressure, stunted blitz, and there's nothing there. Wow. They flushed out. Klubnik got flushed out, and there's a man lurking. Never saw him. That was a great play. LSU, much earned win with the defense. Defense for LSU is back? LSU with defense? Scudder taking Brock. Okay. SEC needed some saving grace today. Jacobs over JT, I might have sold. No, I like Jacobs over JT. There go the quarterbacks. Lemizzi, Josh Allen. I would take Jacobs over those guys. But I'm also very happy with this wide receiver pick I'm about to make. I'm very happy with Drake London at the 211. Njoku's your favorite player for fantasy drafts? I have him in most of my leagues. Yeah, in like the 11th round, 12th round. You have him in most of you? Ooh. It's a good pick, not going to lie. Yeah, I like the Drake London pick. Uh-oh, Tyreek Hill. Colts are ass. JT won't have enough. Silix agrees. Not in on the Colts. Okay, this is another tough pick here. I like the running backs here, and I like the receivers, but I like the running backs a little bit more. I don't have any Chase Brown stock. We're going to get some Chase Brown here. I had no Chase Brown. Let's get a little Chase Brown. God, does anybody like Brian Kelly, LSU's head coach? Just general question for the chat. Does anybody like him? He's so insufferable. I hate him. Oh, Bub wants a wide receiver. Somebody draft Mike Evans right now. LSU. LSU. All right, what game should we put on? Oh, Utah UCLA. Real football. That's a real football game. Put that on the main TV. We got the mix going as well. All right. Nico Imialiava back in there at the quarterback position. Oh my God, guys. Please yell at me for being a potato. I didn't move the draft. I got to remember to keep moving the draft over. I'm so bad at this. Fire me. Do I even stream, bro? Do I even stream? Professional streamer over here. Aaron with the double running back start here. What is Aaron going to do? Aaron goes triple running backs. I do like the running backs on the board. Oh, JSN. There you go. I'm gonna tell Mike Evans you prefer JSN over him. Texting you right now, but that's a good pick. I like JSN right there. Oh, guys, I'm so exhausted. I was like driving home last night, and my like I started cramping because it was so hot yesterday at the game. Like pressing the gas pedal, I had to my flexor was starting to cramp. I was like, I had to throw on that cruise control ASAP. Walking home, I was so dehydrated. I chugged, like I didn't have any water on the field for the first half. It was like 103 degrees out there. It might have been 105. And I like had to go, and then like I went upstairs and went to the club box, and I chugged a bunch of water, but then they were out of water, and so I had to drink like Diet Dr. Peppers. I thought I was gonna die. I could have died right there. That could have been the end of me. I may have never been streaming again. Oh, Nico looking just great with that shit throw. Holy smokes, guys. That's just terrible. That's just terrible. I had a lot of people tell me I was dumb for drafting Saquon with the third pick. No, Saquon at 3 is totally fine. Who do they have you taking over Saquon? Like, who would they have you taking over Saquon? I have no idea. Bijan? At 3? No, Saquon at 3, Bijan, Gibbs, wherever you want. Honestly, CeeDee Lamb at 1.7's great. JJ 1.6, where he's going. Bub's happy, he's cooking. Helped me win last year and still most dominant run blocker, rush block in the NFL. Yeah, that's a good, yeah, like Saquon's not going to be as good as last year. Shocker. He's still going to be good. He's going to be a top 3 fantasy running back this year, unless he gets hurt. Like, if he's healthy, he's elite. Like, yeah, don't worry. Don't feel bad. Now, if you take Saquon 1-1, I kind of get it. Like, taking Saquon 1-1 can get a little sketch. And UCLA turns it over on downs on 4th downs. But, no, anybody besides Jamar Chase 1-1, like, you can, if you want to take Gibbs, Barkley, Bijan, CD with one of the, with pick 2, it's fine. Do I think it's worth it to have bench kickers and defense? I do not. I do not think it's worth it to have a bench kicker. Maybe a bench defense. Depends, but I do not think it's worth it. Who am I going to take? Oh, my God. Wide receiver heavy draft right now. Wide receiver and quarterback heavy. Okay. We're going to go DK here. We're going to go DK here. See, I remembered. I remembered to scroll it over. Uh-oh. Ah! There we go. We got a lot to manage here. Don't take your guy. Who, Bo Nix? Cortland Sutton? Zins goes Pat. Yeah, of course. He's got to have his guy. I was able to grab Nico in round 2 and Bowers in round 3. Yeah, that's totally fine. Bowers in round 3 is a good spot. Nico in round 2. Yeah, great. Fuck. I really like this. We're just gonna bite the bullet. Mike Evans round 6. Yeah, very deep. Wide receivers are deep right now. Yeah, you got wide receivers. No wide receivers left on the board. Triple running. I got 3 running backs, man. I may not draft a running back the rest of the draft. I don't have the input on when defenses and kickers should go. We don't do defenses and kickers on the catch. So we don't know. I don't know. I do not know. What else is going on? Colorado State, Washington. A lot of gold helmet. Should you get Moore or Henderson? I'm not telling you, Sebastian. It's your pick. I'm not telling you who to take. That's the rules for tonight. I will not comment on people's picks until they are made. I will not talk draft strategy. Travion Henderson. All right, he's going with the young upside. I don't hate it. Kicker next pick, Zay. You gonna take Tyler Loop? I mean, you don't have to. You could just wait and take Tyler Loop later. Uh-oh. Sharpie's mad. Do you want Henderson? He wanted Henderson. No way he's saying no for DeAndre Swift. Yeah, that's where, I mean, the 5th round is late for Travion. Like, I could have definitely taken him there. Travion went in, like, the 3rd round tonight, I think, in the catch league. And that was a 12-teamer, too. Travion went in the 3rd round. Let's see. Rashee Rice, league winner. That's pretty early for Rashee Rice. 6 weeks is a long time for my wide receiver 3. I would have preferred him to be my wide receiver 4. But we're moving along. I guess because we got a bunch of auto picks at the back end of the draft, which is okay. Zay stuck around 3. At least Zay, you know who's getting taken. You're stuck around 3 auto picks. There's gonna be no surprises for you. You're in a good spot. Bo Nix. Of course you went Bo Nix there. What are you gonna do if Bo Nix sucks? You're gonna be miserable. Are you going tight end next, flex, kicker? All right, let's see. I'm drafting at the 1-2 turn. What are you thinking about potentially drafting Genty and BTJ? Well, I would definitely go Genty. It doesn't matter at the turn. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I like BTJ. Go BTJ. It also depends what the board looks like. I think that's a fine spot for Genty. He's cooling a little bit. But if you want to go wide receiver, running back, those are 2 perfectly fine running back, wide receiver combos. High upside with Genty. BTJ should have a great season. Where did BTC, like BTJ went late this year or in this draft. Great value for BTJ. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that. It also depends what the board looks like. Like I like a guy like if Nico's on the board, you have to go like Nico BTJ. If you want to go running back, wide receiver, then Genty's probably the best running back there. Maybe Bucky Irving. A little bit later, Henry's a good back there too. I'd probably lean Henry over Genty. But I'm really high on BTJ. I think BTJ is going to have a great year. Tight ends being picked over. Yep, this is going to be my team is going to look insane right now cuz we're going to be late quarterback, late tight end. It's all right. I can wait on that now. Wide receivers picked over pretty hard over here too. Who are you picking next? You're picking Njoku. So much more value at running back here. You know what? Somebody's got to catch the ball in New Orleans. I'll go with Olave. I have not drafted any of Olave this year. Somebody's got to catch the football in New Orleans. Now, if Olave gets hit in the head, we got a real problem. He might turn into scrambled egg brains. But I would have really liked Devontae Smith right there. Zins, you bastard. Kelsey. The Mahomes Kelsey stack. There's Njoku. Called it. I'm happy. I don't have to wait. I could just wait at quarterback, wait at tight end. We're chilling. Eventually got to draft a kicker and a defense. I stole your Ridley. Well, good. You should have taken Ridley instead of Smith if you wanted him so bad. Not coming around the... You think I'm going to let Ridley come around the turn like that? I got 2 picks. Worst CTE right now, Olave or Tua? Definitely Tua. Smith and Ridley trying to get greedy. You regret getting Josh Allen, not going to lie. Second round's a little early for a quarterback. You probably could have went Drake London or Jonathan Taylor and then went Allen after that instead of Higgins. You could have went London, or you want to run it back, you could have went JT or Chase Brown or Kyron or Breece Hall. Double running back there and then get Allen. If you wanted Allen, you could have got him in the 3rd round. Moving around, did we... Uh-oh. It moves so fast on the back end. The back end moves so crazy fast. There goes Goff. Okay, everybody's got a quarterback, basically. But me and Bub. It's good I don't have to draft a quarterback now. I might just pick a quarterback up on waivers. We might not even draft a quarterback on this team. Should have went JT. I'm a little down on JT. Panic because the other guy picked it. Don't ever panic. Rule 1 fantasy drafts, guys. Don't panic. Get your guy if you want your guy, but don't panic. Don't let somebody's pick before you panic. Have 1, 2, 3 people ready before you're about to pick. Kind of know what you're gonna approach it with. There goes a Mecha Abuka. Like it, Scootered. There goes our first defense. Drape with his squad. All right, where's Sebastian going here? Should I trade Puka for HA? Need a RB, but got death at wide receiver, full PPR. Yeah, Miles, that's fine. I would probably want a little bit more, maybe. But I think if you just 1 for 1, yeah, if you have plenty of wide receiver depth and you're happy with it and you desperately need a running back, that's fine. A-Chain is obviously a little bit risky. It's a little risky, but you can go Scattaboo here. It's a little early. Dak slides so much in fantasy draft. Yeah, because it's Dak. He's got an injury history. The Cowboys are bad. The offensive line is a concern in Dallas. I'm not 100% sure what the offensive line is going to look like. Mixon. Mixon's out the first 4 weeks, by the way, Sebastian. Might be the first 8. It's a little aggressive. Zin's up. Probably going to go with, like, some Chief. He's probably going to take Butker right here. Butker, the Chiefs' defense. Diggsy. Damn, that's who I was going to take. Good pick. All right, we got to adjust. We got to adjust. Do we finally go tight end? Yeah, we'll go Tyler Warren here. There goes ETN. Let's go wide receiver then. I am very happy with Khalil Shakir right there. Oh my God. Just doing a potato job. Fire me, chat. Fire me. I'll shrink it a little bit. Make it a little bit better. Fire me. I'm so bad. I might just wait to the end and get a kicker and defense and just switch. Yep, that's always a strategy. And your boy is the kicker expert over here. I do my kicker rankings every week over on The Catch. First kicker video out Tuesday. I rank all 32 kickers for week 1. Speaking of kickers, Cam Little. Mr. 70-yard man himself. There goes Bill. I like Bill pick right there. Bill. Sebastian is a kicker. Mr. Extra Point. Field goals. How far? What are you kicking from? 40? 50? Appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Really helps the stream out a lot. If you're new here, drop a sub. We got daily sports content for you guys. NFC South Power Rankings video, or not Power Rankings. Season preview. NFC South season preview dropping tomorrow. We're already halfway through. Only got 4 divisions left. Crazy. Kickoff Thursday. Dude Rob Merritt from me. Bub, that is Scut. My that's the co-host on Backyard Bookies. Old Scuttard right there. Taking Bill. Not very far. Well, as long as you can make the extra points. Sebastian. I couldn't kick either. I can punt, though. You know it's not great when I'm the intramural team's punter. But moving into the 10th round, 15 rounds here with the quarterback and kicker, or the defenses and the kickers added. And I'll go through, break down everybody's team. Pull the draft board down a little bit for everybody. Zay went kicker and D. Yeah, Zay, you're kind of like hiding. Ravens D. Aubrey. Okay, good kicker. Couldn't go. Tyler Loop. Team mid. I'll rank it. You got good receivers. Quarterback's fine. Aaron going double quarterback already. I mean, he's just making sure I don't have a quarterback. I'm very happy with the quarterback I'm about to get, so we're cool with it. Kyle Pitts, the GOAT. Zay's team's mid. We'll break it down. I like your quarterback. A little early. Quarterbacks always go earlier in home leagues. I'm 100% taking Drake May. I'm 100% taking Drake May. Ha! I laugh at you. 100% taking Brock Purdy. I love Purdy at that spot. All right, might have to go run it back here. I'm okay with Nick Chubb. We'll go Nick Chubb. Sebastian got Charbs. Yeah, I would have definitely taken Charbs there. That's a good pick. I like Charbs. Mason and Charbs back to back. If both those, I would take both those guys if they're on the board. I mean, like questionable, like Reed, Downs, Keon Coleman's fine, Higgins, rookie, Shaheed's got some value. I like that. There are still good receivers left. I'll never draft Purdy after he dropped 4 points in the playoffs for you last year. Well, that's a different issue. Last year was not the Purdy year. This year's the Purdy year. Darnell Mooney, I like that pick. All right, we're moving along here. Chugging along. Draft's going good. I like it, boys. We're doing a great job moving through the draft. How's college football doing? 7-7 Colorado State, Washington. Uh-oh. Let me look at the scores real quick. Utah up 13-0 on UCLA. Tough scenes. Arizona State only up 17-6? Sebastian's cooking up something devious right here. Josh Downs, not a bad pick. Tell you what, these Michelob Zeros kind of hit the spot. Damn it, Scott. I like Jaden Reed. I almost drafted Jaden Reed instead of Chubb. Austin Eckler? Nico Imialiava? Cade Otton, there's your Buccaneers tight end. Do like Cade Otton. Cade Otton, solid. Cade Otton not getting a lot of love. Like, Cade Otton was a monster last year for stretches for the Bucs with both those receivers down. I guess because they drafted Emeka Egbuka, they think those throws are going to the wide receivers now. Zay's thinking. Coast Hunter, what's up? Everyone point and laugh at Texas and Bama. What do you mean? Arch Manning's the. I was told Arch Manning was as good as Peyton Manning is. He might be better. You know what? He's better than Peyton and Eli combined, I was told. The kid never stood a chance living up for the hype. And you can laugh all you want at Alabama. Kellen DeBoer, love to see it. Not a Kellen DeBoer fan, and he was bad. Your boy loves to see it. I have Trevor Lawrence as my backup QB in every league. It's his comeback year. Ayuk is a risk, but that's good value. Yeah, if whenever he comes back, and you can stash him on the IR. You have good receivers. Bateman, there it is. There's the touchdown merchant himself, Rashad Bateman. I love it. You've been hyping him up. He's going to be a great flex deal for you. Marvin Mims, that's a good pick. Surprised Aaron didn't go Marvin. He went day. Defense. Defense. All right, we're going to get a fifth running back, and then we're going to take a defense. Or we're going to take a defense. And K-State nearly lost to North Dakota. I know, we were streaming. I was getting updates on the TV with the A&M game on as I was streaming with John. Hey, man, they were in Dublin last week. Now, Iowa State took care of business. Maybe K-State's not that good. Maybe Avery Johnson is not him. Anybody else on upset alert tonight? Washington maybe a little bit to Colorado State. Tie game in the first quarter. Looks like they're struggling. Sebastian with my Vikings defense. I don't mind. Keenan Allen. Love to see Keenan Allen live and well. Okay, we're going to go running back here. And we're going to go with Tank Bigsby. Now I'm going to take a defense. God. Bad fantasy. Yeah, why not? Screw it. Screw it. Screw it. We're going to roll out the Micah defense. Stealing. There he goes, Ends. He's going to have a good first few weeks. I didn't even think about it. Didn't even cross my mind. You dirty dog. All right, heading into the middle of the 14th, 13th round? 13th round. Oh, the Big Ten song's playing. Big Ten video. Wanna live forever. Jake the Snake Elliott. Good matchup for him week 1 against the Cowgirls. Oh my god. I have another fantasy draft tomorrow night. And then I got one Monday. Lots of fantasy this weekend. NFL kicks off on Thursday. Oh yeah, let me pull up the can I pull up the schedule? Do I have share my screen up? Both excited and terrified for OU to play Michigan next week. Oh, Oklahoma guy, Ghost Hunter. Did I know that? Should I have known that? You're an OU guy? Our boy Bear, shout out to Bear, Oklahoma. Former Oklahoma football player. Extra fat on the defensive line. But yeah, that should be a good game. I mean, Oklahoma took care of business. What did Michigan do tonight? They struggled a bit, didn't they? What did Michigan do? 34-17? Yeah, not super clean. They came out fast early. Gonna go QB and then random, or backup QB, then random skill position. Not if I jump you in the draft order and steal your quarterback. Luther Burden, there goes JJ McCarthy. Zay. Okay. Glad you got more faith than I do. Got a former OU quarterback in all 3 leagues you're in. Baker. So you got Baker, Kyler. The other Oklahoma quarterback. Oh, it hurts. Baker, Kyler, Kurt. Oh, and Baker in 2 and Kyler in the other. Come on, you got to go Hurts. You didn't have the 3-peat? You could have had the 3 of them. Poker Guts. What's up? All right. Oh, Jalen Royals. Man, the hype train on Jalen Royals was crazy. Send a sub. Appreciate that. Welcome to the fam. Love drafts. We got fantasy drafts over here. If you really love fantasy content, head on over to the Catch Fantasy Football, the dedicated fantasy channel that I am affiliated with / work for. Me and John, we had a real draft of our million leagues tonight. I'll pin the link to the channel in the chat. It's only right since we're doing fantasy. So if you want real fantasy football locked in, there you go. Head on over to the Catch. All right, it's my pick still. I don't need a defense. I do need a kicker, however. And you know what? We're going to go with my man, Younghoe Koo. And for my final pick, the legendary pick, who do we have here? I kind of hate. Who's like, okay, we're going to go there. Yeah, we're going to go there. Just in case Devon A-Chain goes down. I'm not super hardcore, only in the low triple digits. Jesus. In drafts? Oh my god, that's insane. Packers defense with Micah. That's where I went. Screw it. And as a Vikings fan, fuck yeah. Again, this was kind of... I've been kind of like fading it. There's the sub notification. I've been fading like... I've been taking like teams I want to do bad this year. So if they're good, I'm just going to be good in fantasy. Like I have a ton of Eagles shares. I have a bunch of Lions shares. Now have the Packers defense. Stole your pick. It's Cam Little season, calling it now. Man's like Steph Curry kickers. Hey, Cam Little will be on the cover of my kickers video on Tuesday. We already have that ready to go. Am I allowed to tease that? I'm not going to tease it. But kicker video on Tuesday, Cam Little, the GOAT. I was like 2 minutes behind on stream. I was so confused. Yeah, the stream's got a little delay over there. Sometimes you just get behind on there. I'm as live as I can be. Yeah, you do best ball? Oh, God, I'm not a best ball guy. John's the best ball guy on the channel. All his underdog drafts. I'm not a best ball guy. I like commitment here. Not some little floozy. I need lots of commitment. I can't do it. I can't stay in. I can't gamble. If I'm going to gamble, like I have to gamble on lines, and I'm so shit at those this year. I was so shit this year. Unbelievable. We went 1-3 this opening weekend. Good thing is, best Scott can do is also 1-3. He might go 0-5 or he might go 0-4. Practice on DraftKings. They got $1 drafts, grand prize $2.5 million. That's a good amount right there. I'm never gonna win on those, but I could. Actually, no, I can. I can't do DraftKings. We are sponsored by. My channel's not sponsored by Underdog, but the other channel, The Catches, we only do Underdog. We're loyal to Underdog. And if you sign up using code The Catch at Underdog Fantasy, they will get a deposit match bonus over there. I don't have the new season script memorized yet or learned yet. I have to read it. Oh, Kami Fairbairn. Good kicker. Why didn't I take Fairbairn? I'm okay with Koo. You're a bit biased, but you think Tillman's really underrated in fantasy? The Browns just don't have if Joe Flacco works, yeah. I guess. Yeah, I mean, Joe Flacco works. Not bad. All right, we're about to finish. 2 picks left, Zay, and then the auto pick. I love it. We're going to go through. We're going to rank them. I'm going to break down every team here. We'll go in order. We'll skip me. We'll send mine for last. Am I happy with what I saw from A&M? I wanted to jump off the roof and punch somebody. through the first 2.5, 3 quarters. As Aaron can attest to, the group chat was going apeshit with all the Aggies in there. But we look good in the third quarter. It is nice. We have some athletes. We got some dogs at A&M. Mooney, Thielen, and Keenan for Ridley. Pete, no. Not that you're desperate. I'm not giving him. Should have picked up Fairbairn instead of Zach Ertz. True. Your guy, Kaimi. But you got Cam Little. You got the best kicker, potentially. All right, let's go through. We'll rank. We'll go through, break down everybody's draft. I won't want to say rank. So hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. If you like the fantasy drafts. I'm going to hide here for a bit. Barely see my beautiful face, but first up, the man, the man, the myth, the legend. Let me move it over a little bit so you guys can see it better instead of the chats in the way. Where is this? Hold on. All right. The man, the myth, the legend, Graham Guzzi. Jamar Chase at the 1-1. Duh. But Daniels, Laporta, Pitts, May. You know me, I'm not going to double up quarterbacks and tight ends, but he was on auto draft after a while. Daniels, good quarterback. Laporta there. A high upside with May. If Daniels gets hurt, he is a skinny king. Could get beat up. Could fall apart. Kyle Pitts, why not? This might be the year, as John says. This could be the year. So, like that. Chase, Hill, kind of out on Tyreek Hill. Running back wise, Kenneth Walker, tough RB1 spot. Aaron Jones, you know, when he's healthy, he's good. Waddle, so we got both Miami receivers there. If it works, they could be a good offense, but I'm worried about Tua. I like B-Rob there as another back. ETN, fine. Ramondre, definitely needed some running backs there. The Niners defense, I think, is going to be better in Tyler Loop. The Ravens score a lot of points. They don't kick a lot of field goals, but they do score a lot of points, and maybe they'll kick more field goals this year with the setup. So, let's see. I have Judy in 2 leagues, hoping he hits this year, but he's like my wide receiver 3 at best, so I won't be bummed because the QBs are trash. Good one. Me and Sebastian play week 1. Drape says he cooked. We're about to get it. Tyreek in round 2 is very risky. I normally pick with 10 teams, so my draft was chopped. Yeah, it's a little different. 12 teams different. The little I saw of A&M, they have amazing athleticism, but need some more discipline. We're not good in the run game. Our D-line's kind of shitty. The speed and athlete. It's nice to have athletes. We got fast guys that can catch the football. The running game, we didn't run the ball well today at all. Zay, that's why we didn't draft. I think they're going to kick more this year. All right, Zins, the GOAT. All right, let me answer Jacob real quick. Need one for my second flex spot in PPR week 1. Cup versus San Francisco, Dobbins versus Tennessee, or Pittman versus Miami. You know what? With PPR, you kind of want to go receiver. I do like J.K. Dobbins this week. I do think J.K.'s got high upside against Tennessee. He's going to see a bulk of the carries, I believe. You never can trust Sean Payton, but I think J.K. Dobbins could have a good week 1. Cooper Kupp's going to be solid. Like, he's going to catch a bunch of passes. The Niners defense should be better, but not great. Pittman kind of scares me. The Dolphins pass rush is good, and the Colts are just bad. Bub thinks he's good. I'll scroll over. Hold on. Bub hates Scott because he stole Bill. Is there a limit on trade or waivers? No, Sebastian, but you do have a money limit on waivers. It's like a $2,000 fab for free agency, so you do have a money limit. Okay, let me shrink this a little bit because it's getting obnoxiously big. All right, Barkley, why do we do this? I practice this. I've done a million drafts with John. Mahomes, Kelsey stack. You love it. You hate it. They win a lot of football games. A little early for Mahomes, but that's how it goes in these leagues. Quarterbacks went insanely early. Tight ends went early as well, so I'm not worried about that. Barkley, JT, good. Monty, awesome at 3. You didn't need good call. You didn't need to go another running back there. Jerome Ford, whatever. Those are your 3 running backs. You're set. Devonta, a little scary wide receiver 1. Diggs like that. Then a lot of high upside risk guys. Mooney, Allen, Thielen. Thielen's good for the first 3 weeks when Addison's out. Royals, high upside KC Chiefs guy. We know the deal. We know the deal, boys. In hopes of trades. Oh, you can't go for the trade bait, man. The trade bait, you never know. Because if they know you need a receiver, they're not going to give you, or you know you need a running back or a better receiver, they're not going to give you one. Yeah, he just signed with the Raiders, Sebastian. That's why. Amari just signed with the Raiders. Speaking of Sebastian, let's do Sebastian's team. Josh Allen, Njoku, Loveland, T-Law. You know, T-Law, breakout season, comeback year for Trevor Lawrence. Josh Allen, good. Njoku, Loveland, little high for Njoku, but the tight ends were going pretty early here. Probably Flacco's favorite target. And Loveland, high upside. With their Vikings defense, think they're going to be good. Not as good as last year because it's just like turnovers are such a high variance. Jake Elliott, solid, good offense there. Tillman's your favorite sleeper. So B-Rob Henderson at running back, I don't mind. Mixon, he's out for a while. Charv's a great poacher. Would like another running back on this team. Higgins, good. McLaurin, good. Judy's got upside. Too many Browns, but if you're a Browns guy, you got to take your guys. So, not bad, not bad. Drape, the great. Njoku ADP around 102 there. Yeah, what's his ADP? Why does it never have it on the stupid player cards? I can never see the ADP on the stupid cards. Whatever. Yeah, but everybody goes early. It's like quarterbacks, tight ends go insanely early. Need them. There's still a bunch of talented guys in free agency. I think agents are screwing those guys trying to get too much. Nah, it's not baseball. It's like the NFL doesn't want to pay. There's vet minimums. They don't want to pay the vet minimums. They like paying drafted guys on rookie contracts. All right, Drape, Lemizzi, Penix at quarterback. It's fine. You respect all. Yeah, the quarterbacks went insanely fast. Same with the tight ends. 3 tight ends, a little aggressive. Ingram, very early. Tucker Kraft, there you go. There's your sleeper tight end, Tucker Kraft. And then Ertz, probably cut Ertz. Pick somebody up there. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra, Sutton, love that. Debo, high upside. Mims, interesting. Feel like I would like another receiver instead of Ertz. Running backs, Breece Hall, a little risky. Doesn't slide too much. There. Swift. I like Jordan Mason a lot. Najee Harris, if he ever sees again. We'll see. Darren Waller, I always need Njoku or Kittle because they're my favorite players, but I think Njoku has better value. Yeah, I mean, Kittle's getting taken a little pretty early. Kittle's probably going to be good this year. Darren Waller, sleeper, he's practicing now. I'll believe it when I see it, man. Darren Waller, a lot of talent. But there's not been a whole lot of buzz about Darren Waller. He's still going to be way out of shape. He's got to be. He's got to be fat still. Vet minimums don't count against the cap, though. Yeah, but people don't want to pay the cash. And they're not going to pay vet minimums. They're going to be like slightly over the vet minimum. And they're going to be like guaranteed and fully guaranteed and stuff like that. Don't know if this counts as an upset, but Utah's up 20-0 against UCLA. That's 20-6 now. 20-6. UCLA just scored, I think. Utah is a good team. Utah is a sleeper in the Big 12. I don't know how good UCLA is. If you like Nico Imialiava, but I don't. I'm a hater. Dre Blake's Breeze, hey, if you like your guy, draft your guy. All right, the man Scootered, backyard bookie, trash bet picker, hopefully consumer of hot sauce coming up. If you guys missed that, Hot Ones Challenge on backyard bookies this year. Every 2 weeks, the loser after 2 weeks is taking one of the sauces on the Hot Ones Challenge. So if you lose the first 2 weeks, you'll be okay. Once we start getting into late October, November, it's going to start getting real hot on your face. Hit that like button if you want to see Scott, who apparently stole everybody's favorite players in this draft, in Bill, JCM, do the last dab. Or whatever it is. The final dab? The last dab? Hot Ones. Whatever it is. I don't watch Hot Ones. But I just know they're just hot-ass sauces. And Scott's going to get wrecked. because he's going to lose the season. So hit that like button. You want to see Scott chug down that sauce. Bill Krosky. Be careful about that. Kyler, J Love, not bad. Cheapy quarterbacks. Kyler, everybody drafted quarterbacks, so he had to go Kyler early. Brock Bowers set at tight end. JJ Pickens, Ibuka, Pittman, Reed. I like the Reed pick. JJ solid. Pickens good. Ibuka high upside. Good. It's a good wide receiver room. Running backs, Kyron Williams, Amarion Hampton, RJ Harvey, Bill, and Braylon Allen. I really like this team. It's probably my favorite team so far. Besides the quarterback position, I really like Scott's team. Bastard. Nico was a bum, and I'm not even a Tennessee fan. Phil Crosby. Phil Crosby. I like Nico, but he's making it hard to plead a case for sure. I just like that he could have been the best. You know, back in 82, Nico used to throw a pigskin a quarter mile. I'm 8 pixels and Frozen Sebastian. Stop watching so much porn on your phone, man. He's open to trading everybody but Njoku. Nobody trade with Sebastian. Just bully him. All right, Bub's turn. He said he cooked. Dak in the 8th is fine. Again, quarterbacks. Cade Otton. I'd probably like one more tight end, but as a Buccaneers guy, good. I like Cade Otton. Wide receiver, CD, great. JSN, good. Rashee Rice, way early for me for Rashee Rice with the 6-game suspension. Matthew Golden, high upside. Ricky Pearsall, the number 1 receiver in San Francisco. Ayuk, injured. Stash him. Thornton's had a good camp. Chiefs D. Fairbairn. I forgot to talk about D's and kickers. I'm like just so on autopilot here on D's and kickers. It's fine. Fairbairn's a good kicker. Solid squad. Solid squad. All right, Sharpie. What did Sharpie cook up? His man, Bo Nix. Go Broncos. CJ Stroud, not a bad backup there. Kincaid at tight end. Probably want another tight end, potentially. Good offense, though. Maybe this is the breakout year for Kincaid and not last year. Black and so bad, I can't even give you money. A likely excuse. I'm just kidding. Henry, Irving, Tracy, I like. Benson. See, this is an okay 3-man. Benson... Who knows with Arizona? Maybe he takes over finally for James Conner. Gotta save that. Well, if you win, Bubby, if you win the bets, I better see them winnings if you win. Zay likes his team. Okay. Receiver, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans. Wilson in a fine spot. I like Mike Evans right there. Travis Hunter, high upside. Cooper Kupp. I like Rashid Shaheed. I like Christian Kirk there. Tyler Bass, good offense again. Bills defense should be good. Bad division. I like this team, Aaron. Pretty well-rounded right there. Little risky at receiver if the Jets are just poochies, but solid. All right, Pirate King and OJ were on auto draft, so I don't give a shit. No offense, guys. No offense. Zay, we'll get to Zay. Kincaid looks like a me character. A little bit. Could be your picture quality. There you go, Sebastian with the 99 cents. He wasn't BSing. Appreciate that, big dog. Zay grabbed a few more wide receivers than he wanted. Let's see. A straight cash, homie. The best super chat emote in the world. Randy Moss shooting the moon. Is that super chats or Randy Moss shooting the moon? What is my memberships are Johnny Manziel, I think, or my donos. Add base boosted message reads and I'll donate more often. I'm gonna try and add text to talk message donations. A disgusting act. Exactly, Foker. Fuck you, Joe. Joe Buck's such a fucking pansy for that. What a crybaby. Joe Buck. He admitted he fucked up. Bub with the dono. Appreciate that. More Randy Moss. Yeah, we're gonna see another disgusting act here.
How do you pay these guys? Straight cash, homie.
How do you pay these guys? Straight cash, homie. I love that. Had a little to spare. Appreciate that. Now I want $100. I want $100 super chat when you win $2,000 over here betting on the Buccaneers. When the Bucs win the Super Bowl this year, I want your win. I want to share in the winnings. All right, let's get to Zay. Quarterback Joe Burr, love it. Ravens fan. Why not? Great offense. Joe's the man. Kittle, good tight end. Really like it. And not a bad spot at all for Kittle in the 4. Man, Trey McBride in the 4th is a great value at tight end there. McBride had filling for you. Bub called me a slur in Detroit. I bet he did.
How do you pay these guys? Great cash, homie.
Appreciate that, Sebastian. With another super chat. Throw up the 100s. Give him some love. Okay, Burrow, Kittle, Goddard, good backup. My man J.J. McCarthy, high upside team at quarterback and tight end. Like that so far. Wide receivers, Nico, like it. Xavier Worthy, like it. Ted McMillan, great value. Addison, perfect team for Jordan Addison with the suspension. Higgins, good. His guy Bateman. Wide receivers cooked right here. Let's see. Running back's a little thin. Genty, fine. Judkins has got to sign. We got to figure out the Judkins situation. Still hasn't signed yet. So pretty thin at running back. Definitely need another running back over Higgins. Keep Bateman. You can stash Addison on the IR/suspended list, I think. So you can stash there, make some moves there. Ravens D, got to go with your boys. Aubrey, Cowboys are going to score a shit ton of points. And he's a good kicker on top of it. Got range from downtown. So definitely need some work at running back, but really like the receiver room, like the quarterbacks and tight ends. So solid all around. All right, and finally, roast me in the chat. Guy used auto draft and got 5 QBC. Some league, like shitty ESPN and Yahoo leagues, you got to set your like not to do that. Like you're not going to do that. Sleeper's good. It doesn't draft stupid. It's smart with how it drafts. So I do like that about Sleeper. Like Yahoo, ESPN, you can get screwed if you don't preset your auto drafts there. Joe Buck was totally the guy who reminded the teacher about the homework. True. Joe Buck's a really good play caller, and his dad is one of the best baseball callers ever. Father-son duo going to be in the play calling Hall of Fame. So that's nice. All right, time to roast me. What did your boy do here? We had to wait on quarterback, but Brock Purdy, totally fine with. Tyler Warren, solid. Upside at tight end, quarterback, solid. Zay's super high on my man JJ. I like it. Good potential. DK is a mid pick, not gonna lie. DK is my second receiver in the 4th round, is totally good. Wide receiver, only you. Drake London, like it. I'm okay with DK there. Love Ridley. Olave, as long as his brain doesn't get melted. Shakir, I'm very happy with Shakir. Little top heavier receiver, not a ton of depth. Packers D, I mean, Micah Parsons, save us. Good division, though. Very good offensive division. The Falcons, NFC South kind of sucks. And Penix is better on offense. I think the Falcons score some more points this year. Now, I kind of cooked at running back. Gibbs, Brown, Chuba. I really don't need anybody else. Nick Chubb, he's starting. Tank Bigsby, high upside. And Ollie Gordon, if my man A-Chain picks up an injury, Ollie Gordon stepping into that Dolphins rushing attack, and he's looked really good in the preseason. So I'm happy overall with this team. I think it went better than I thought it would do. I was a little worried there for a second, but I'm very happy with how the team finished. My draft earlier had someone on auto take 4 kickers. Rip. At least with 4 quarterbacks, you can maybe trade one. Somebody needs a quarterback. Olave should be fine since Hospitable Carr isn't throwing to him. That is the hope, but can Spencer Rattler even throw the ball? That is also a concern. I'm a little worried Spencer the Rattler can't pass. Drape with the $2. Can I get Jameer?
How do you pay these guys? Straight cash, homie.
Can I get Jameer? You know what? Since it's your birthday, allegedly your birthday, if you give me Lamar Jackson, if you give me Lamar Jackson and Breece Hall, I'll give you Purdy and Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm just kidding. I'm not giving up Jahmyr Gibbs. I need to root against the Lions. Maybe. Send me a trade offer. Give me something good. It's got to be good. You need to wet my whistle. Zay, yeah, only worried about the running beats. Even if Rattler or Shuck is bad, they probably won't get him killed. True. uh, you can have Jahmyr Gibbs for everybody. Give me Chase Brown. You want Chase Brown? That's going to cost you CeeDee Lamb. There you go. If you want Chase Brown, it's going to cost you CeeDee Lamb. That's my asking price. Bub. Ooh, Sebastian, you want Devonta or Montgomery for Scary Terry? All right, you guys are running trades out over here. I like it. Let's flip on over college football. Great draft, everybody. Great draft. So free agency is like waiver wires. You have $1,000 for the entire season. So you got to spend money on waivers. Chase Brown to the moon. Yes, we're high on Chase Brown this year. I don't know. I need to ask Pat. All right, let's see. Fresno State, Georgia Southern. I don't approve trades. I'm not talking trades in our league. I'm not going to influence our league. I can't do that. I have too much pull. I'm in the league. If you want to ask that question, ask the question in the chat on the catch when we live stream. But you gave me money. You did give me money. Yeah, that's a fair trade. I don't have your. Do I have your team up there? Yeah, do it. Do it. You need a running back. That's fair. You need a running back. That's a fair trade. I hate everybody. I don't love anyone. So that's all you should do. I hate everybody. I love no one. Because nobody loves me. Womp womp. Yeah, that's a good trade. You need a running back. Take it. You can live without Terry. Because Devonta's fine. And you could use another running back. Take it. I'm good with that. I'm good with both those trades. And Zin. Yeah, he doesn't need Monty and Devonta. Kind of needs Monty. I don't know. I mean, if you want to ride that's okay. You can ride Barkley. Let's look at our college football scores. New Mexico State. Struggling. 19-3. Oh, you guys are starting. Yeah, you guys want to work your trades? Work your trades in the chat. Work it. Send them. Send them the trades. Work them, boys. Yes, my puppets. Drape's gonna. All right, enjoy the rest of your birthday, big dog. Watch some college football. Play some Clash Royale. I'm gonna play some college football. I'm gonna go cook some noobs on whatchamacallit, Ultimate Team. Over player futures over on Tyler Warren's receiving yards. What's Tyler Warren's receiving yard prop? Can I look at season? I can't look at season props on action. I'm worried about the quarterback spot. I'm really worried about the quarterbacks in Indy. Like, Daniel Jones looked really bad, and Anthony Richardson is bad. I like Warren. I'm a little concerned. But it's probably not super high. 500 something, yeah, that's not super high. That's doable. That's definitely doable. Especially garbage yards, garbage time, that's doable. You got Madden 26 lit. I do not have Madden. I refuse to play Madden. I barely play college football because my idiot friends want me to play. DraftKings. Let me see. Action might have player props. Let's see. Props. Prop projections. Here we go. Is this week 1? Why is this all locked? I don't need pro projections. I just need the odds. There we go. Whatever, action. It doesn't look like I can see player props on action. Rip. Mayfield passing TDs, 29. And yeah, bet the over. Even if Mayfield regresses, 29.5 too low. He'll get to 30. He'll definitely get to 30, Baker. Shout out to the Vatek fan at the Utah-UCLA game in a full Hokie mascot uniform. Lit. I'm going to have to pay attention. Speak for Bear, not me. Bear's stupid. Is he even alive? I think Bear's dead. Well, you can put Mixon on the IR. We have an IR slot, I think. So put Mixon on your IR slot. You don't have to drop him. Just put him in the IR spot. There's the roster spot. That's why you like Loveland over Warren due to Indy's QBs. I mean, I had higher hopes for Daniel Jones. He looks so bad in the preseason, though. I thought, Daniel Jones was going to be this. I mean, the Vikings offered Danny the Goat Dimes over here a contract to be the backup potentially. But it worked for him. He's going to start. I could have had a free Mixon. No, you wouldn't have because I would have had him. Yeah, we got IR spots. We might have 2 IR spots. Mike Evans going to break Jerry. No, Mike Evans not going to play long enough to break Jerry Jones' record. Wide receiver's a young man's game still. I mean, Mike is probably done here in the next 4 years. Mike's not going to play long. Too big, too physical. How long do trades take? I think it's like 2 days. They go in, it'll go in before the start of the season. I asked if he was alive and I got a picture of a headstone, so. Why doesn't he just get married? Devontae Adams still be balling. Yeah, he had a good year, but did he really have a good year? I feel like Mike Evans has a lot more miles on him than Devontae Adams, too. Mike Evans played wide receiver aggressively. Mike Evans was trucking people. I love Mike Evans. Great Aggie. He only needs 1,000 yards to break Jerry Rice's record? What? In yards? No. No, he's not even in the top. Mike Evans is only 24. He needs 10,000 more yards. Needs 10K more yards. It's a lot. He's only got 12. He needs to almost double or under double his career. Mike needs load management, basically. Yeah. Those miles just, I mean, he's got miles. He don't have young man miles. He does have the consecutive 1,000-yard receivers. Oh, that record. Consecutive one. Okay. Yes, he could definitely do that. Even though it was a real stretch last year. I don't even think about the Rice record because Rice did it in the middle of his career. Like, Mike Evans is doing it to start his career. He's never not done it. Jerry Rice, I think, started year 3. It was year 2. Yeah. 86 to 96. He did it. Then 97 hurt. 98 did it again. Fell off. Had 2,000-yard years in Oakland at 39 and 40. Football was just different. It's just a different game. Just a different game. Yes, thank you. I'm a potato. I'm toast. You got scary Terry. I'm not scared of Terry. He's not so scary anymore. Kent State also has a better record than Bama. Kent State in the top 25 next week. Kent State won. Good for them. They didn't win a game last year, right? I don't think Kent State won a game last year. The Golden Flash with a win. They're getting that NIL money because everyone's playing with them on NCAA. I should say college football. It's not NCAA. They don't have the branding. All right, New Mexico State's going to barely beat Bryant. SMU turned it on 42-3 over East Texas A&M, formerly A&M Commerce. Fresno State taking care of business. Nice little bounce back for them. I like them this week too. Arizona State, okay against Northern Arizona. I would expect a lot bigger of an ass kicking. Levitt's that dude. Washington State up 7-0 in the third quarter against Idaho. Cal only up 17-3 on Oregon State. Oregon State, man. Crazy fall off. OIE and Arizona, 17-6. UCLA, Utah. Now it's a game a little bit. It looks like UCLA's driving. Washington up 14-7 on Colorado State. LSU with a nice win. Tech with a nice win. Utah State, we got them next week. Ole Miss took care of business. Rice takes down the Ragin' Cajuns. 14-12, yikes. Texas State with a 52-piece on Eastern Michigan. North Texas 51-0 on Lamar. Yikes. Oh, poor Texas. Not really. 14-7. I only want to beat you in fantasy. If I only win one game, it better be you. Rip. Tech McMillan going to have Malik Neighbors' numbers. Ooh, I don't know about that. Tech McMillan isn't a great route runner, and the Panthers are going to run the football a lot. Chuba Hubbard is going to get a lot of those yards. Malik Neighbors got everything. Till the end of the season when he got banged up. I think temper the Tet expectations. He's going to be good. Tet is being appropriately drafted where he's getting drafted. Missed my take, but thoughts on Parsons joining the division. Short-term, Packers scary. Long-term, good. They're paying $47 million for a guy who's really bad in the run game and has struggled against elite tackles. The Vikings have 2 elite tackles. But the Packers are going to win games that they would have lost this year when the offense is mediocre because Jordan Love's overrated. Micah's going to be able to cover the back end because the back end for the Packers is bad. And Micah's going to be able to rush the quarterback and just have game-changing plays. Cal over Oregon State is surprising to me. Not because Oregon State is good, but because I always expect Cal to be bad. Hey, remember when Cal hosted Miami last year and it looked like they were going to upset Miami for game day and that game was like at 12:30 in the morning or whatever? And then they lost. Is Bijan and T for CD and Jacobs a fair trade? I mean, it's kind of a nothing trade. They're kind of the same. They're just kind of the same. T is injury prone, but he got paid. He's not injury prone. Yeah, it's fair. It's they're like even. Parsons actually graded better against the run than Kenny Clark did. Yeah, well, it's 2 different positions. Like, Parsons is graded as a linebacker, I think. Like, PFF in the NFL have him as a linebacker, so his run grades are a lot more lenient than him as like a D end or a defensive lineman. Like, Kenny Clark's going to get some stiff grades against the run as the interior guy. Grab Tet just right, yeah. You got Tet a good value on Tet, I would say. At least the last 4 years. Now, you could say that Cowboy fans are a little bitter, but the Cowboy fans have been bitching about Micah in the run D. He does get lost in there. He's an incredible chess. A team like the Vikings would have been really good to have Micah Parsons as like a Brian Flores defense, as like a chess piece. That you can just move him everywhere, blitz him, have him drop a little bit. He can be a game wrecker. It helps now Rashawn Gary's going to be like a number 2. Like Gary being a number 1 rusher is nah. A number 2 rusher feels good. The back end is a concern for the Packers. All right, Penn State kicked ass, but they didn't cover, which was my one winning bet of the day. Go Wolfpack. Georgia almost had the shutout against Marshall. Oregon looked good. Beat the shit out of Montana State. Covered comfortably. Beside the Ducks' head falling off. It was a good day for the Ducks. Anyone getting Micah for $47 million is wild. Yeah, that's a significantly increase. Now, he is only 26. He is much, much younger. Much younger. I'm of the opinion you don't send away a generational pass rusher to get a very average run stopper. Well, they did get 2 first-round picks. Jerry Jones got in a dick measuring contest. Yes, he shouldn't have traded Micah Parsons. But the Cowboys' defense was bad, and they weren't going to win anytime soon. They missed their window. They had a window. They missed it. They should have got 3 first-round picks. If they got a 3rd first-round pick for Micah Parsons, I would feel a lot better about that trade. Or if you would have got 2 1s and a 2 and a 3, somewhere like 2 1s, 2 1s and a 3 next year, and then a 2 down the road, like, I would have liked that better, obviously. Maybe get one of their shitty receivers to be their 3rd receiver. Chuba Purdy, yes, sir. That's what we're rocking over here. That duo, Gary and Parsons, could be like Suggs and Doomerville. I don't think either of those guys... Gary ain't that good. Not as good as Elvis Doomerville. Suggs, yeah, Parsons could be. I'm interested to see what Parsons looks like, because Parsons disappeared last year at points. We'll see what it looks like when he's on a weird defense. By weird, not very good. OJ, were you impressed with Alabama's performance today? No, they sucked ass, and I thought they would take care of business. Kellen DeBoer sucks. I hate him. Great, good for Florida State. Anyone want Ladd McConkey? Nobody wants a white receiver. Cap management. Micah's a 14-sack dude. Not worth investing that much. They gave up 1 year of control. Yeah. He is 26. Like, these guys just never hit the market is the problem. I don't know how Micah's going to age. Micah is a little small. Micah may not age gracefully as a pass rusher. He might have to transition into something else. God, everybody's trying to trade. Everybody hate their draft that much. Aggressive traders. Oh, Alabama. Michigan, not as dominant as they should have been. Beat New Mexico. Florida, 55-0 on Long Island. Who the hell knew? No more trade opinions for me. I'm checked out of trade opinions for the night. Yeah, I thought the Cowboys could have at least gotten Gary. Why couldn't they get Clark and Gary and 2 first-rounders? Like, you felt like Gary had to be in the trade to Green Bay to get a pass rusher back. Hey, they're going to bottom out and overdraft Arch Manning next year. Florida, if you didn't see the catch from the Florida game, maybe the catch of the year candidate already. Unbelievable. Kansas State survives North Dakota and not the good North Dakota State team. It's North Dakota. Oklahoma takes care of business against Illinois State, 35-3. Indiana wins, but kind of ugly against Old Dominion, 27-14. Iowa State feeling the mojo. Syracuse made a little bit of a game of it. Tennessee kind of kicked ass. Mississippi State looked good. They struggled early. Good 3rd quarter. Great 3rd quarter. Maryland won. Michigan has a lot of work to do on both sides. Not going to lie, I was disappointed. We missed throws and we weren't completely in sync. Well, Brandon, that makes sense. Freshman quarterback, true freshman quarterback starting. Interesting matchup next week against Oklahoma. I did love that touchdown run, though. God, that felt good. Narrative before Dallas traded Micah, best defensive player maybe. Narrative after Dallas trades him, he sucks. Make it make sense. Anybody who said that Micah was the best defensive player was a Dallas Cowboy fan. In no universe was Micah better than Myles Garrett. He's not a better pass rusher. He needs to be in a good defense. And the problem is he was so bad against Trent Williams in the 9. Like, he had such bad playoff games against good offensive linemen. That's Grand Forks, North Dakota. Yeah, it's the actual, it's the Fake North Dakota. Everybody's wheeling and dealing. Maryland won. 43 pass attempts against Florida Atlantic. Wild. Purdue blanks Ball State. Balls. Northwestern refuse. Okay, this is crazy. Myles Garrett number 100%. Yeah, it's not close. Tulane won 23-3. Northwestern Stone threw 4 picks. The BYU Retzlaff 10 carries for 113 yards and a touchdown rushing. Nice. Tulane wanted to wear white jerseys to honor the 20-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and Northwestern told them no, and they wore all white, and they got their ass beat. That's crazy. I agree, but it's funny how all of a sudden he's awful just because Jerry said so. We know those kind of Cowboy fans. My Cowboy fans know Micah disappears in big games. And they were pissy with him about the contract bitching. What did I think of the Longhorns? I thought that Sarkisian is not as good of a play caller as he thinks he is. He has really struggled against good defenses calling plays. He's a guy who sniffs his own farts. He thinks his shit don't stink. Matt Patricia put on a clinic on him. And Arch Manning is clearly not as good as they gassed him up to be. He played nobody in high school. It's his 3rd year on campus. He looked like shit. So, defense was good for Texas. They got a lot of work to do. Do the trades still go through if I don't have enough spots, or do I have to drop somebody? I think it'll ask you to drop somebody if you have to drop somebody, but you can't have you have to have the correct amount of guys on your roster. You can have less guys, you can't have more guys. Who's a better pass rusher, Miles now or Vaughn in his prime? Go Aggies. Probably Vaughn in his prime, but Miles a year and a half ago, like Miles is 30, so maybe Miles 2 years ago was a better pass rusher in his prime. 2 different pass rushers, 3-4 pass rusher, 4-3 pass rusher. 2 different pass rushers. I mean, Vaughn's a Hall of Famer, though, and Myles Garrett's is going to be a Hall of Famer. Myles Garrett's prime probably better than Vaughn's prime, but Myles right now, I mean, Myles is heading out of his prime right now at 30. Elise Watt and Garrett, probably Nick Bosa above Micah. Yeah, from a pass rusher standpoint, yes. Micah is a small tweener. You're lagging. What was my answer? You can't have more people on your roster. You can have less people on your roster. I think it'll tell you have to cut somebody if you accept the trade. And you can't fit them on your roster. It'll make you cut somebody. Sebastian. Not 100% sure. Pittsburgh 61-9 over Duquesne. I didn't even know Duquesne had a football team, basketball school. Navy 52-7 against Vermont. Is that Vermont? No. Is it Vermont? VMI? Who the fuck is VMI? The Keydets? The Keydets. Who is VMI? Please tell me, what does VMI stand for? This is a venereal disease? Virginia Military Institute. Navy played a military institute. That's lit. That's so lit. Harvey or Pacheco, PPR. For the season, Pacheco. For this week, I don't know. I lean Pacheco, Brian. Virginia Military Institute. Ghost Hunter on top of it. Both are nightmares. True. If you're talking about, Aaron Donald. Yeah, Aaron Donald's probably one of the 3 best defensive players ever. Donald was built. Yeah, Aaron Donald. I was mad when the Vikings didn't draft Aaron Donald too. I was mad. We took Anthony Barr. Like, Aaron Donald was short and a little undersized. I watched his combine. His combine's one of the most insane combines you will ever see. As soon as I watched, I was like, oh my God, this guy's unbelievable. Draft him. This guy's a beast. The 4th military school? It's like the 6th military school. Aaron. The Citadel is over Virginia Military Institute. Can I answer your question again? Yeah, Sebastian. It'll make you cut somebody if you have to. If it's not telling you have to cut somebody, then the trade will go through. Otherwise, it should tell you to cut somebody. Citadel over Virginia Military Institute. A&M, more of a military institute than the Virginia Military Institute. Do we have a Space Force University? Space Force Coast Guard University? Do they have a football team? Pitt puts out pass rushers like crazy. Pitt is probably the best, worst team to put out like elite NFL talent. Like Larry Fitzgerald. You ever heard of that guy? He was pretty good. It feels like Pitt's never good at football, though. Kenny Pickett, Hall of Famer. Jordan Addison. It's like Pitt for a team that's always bad. Who drafted Lamar? I think Drape drafted Lamar. Do I think Clemson will bounce back? Yeah, I mean, the ACC's bad. I think it was a tough game today. You got to worry about the offense a little bit. You figured the offense would have scored some. You knew AD was him at Pitt. I couldn't tell you I watched much Pitt in 2013, 2014. Sebastian Stack now. Stop letting Sebastian be flexed. We absolutely should. The Space Force Moon Men. I like it. It's a good mascot, too. We got to come up with a logo for the Moon Men. I might change my fantasy team name to that now. The Space Force Moon Men. Instead of the Chicago Nail Polish, we might be the Space Force Moon Men. Excellent. We'll make t-shirts. Dan Marino, another pick guy. But they were good with Dan Marino. They were okay with Dan Marino. Always forget about them. Space Force UCF. True. I'm on. We're going to make Space Force Moon Men t-shirts for the channel. More than a Thielen. Hooked on a Thielen. Colorado State tied it with Washington at half. Lit. Let me catch up on the scores. Give everybody. There's our 1-0 Kent State. They beat Merrimack. Oh my God. 21-17. Merrimack's like not even a 1AA school. They're FCS independent. Sacred Heart and Merrimack are the only independents in FCS. So you're at the bottom of the FCS. They might as well be Division 2. And they beat them 21-17. Yikes. Kentucky scraped by Toledo. Man, Kentucky has fallen off. I should still be the head coach at Kentucky. Boston College blows out Fordham. West Virginia kills out Robert Morris, another basketball school. UConn killed Central Connecticut. I couldn't have told you Central Connecticut played football, but UConn's coming around. They're not horrendous now. Louisville beats blows out Eastern Kentucky. Air Force kicking Bucknell, another basketball school. Temple beats up on UMass. Northern Illinois almost lost to Holy Cross. Liberty, okay against Maine. Arkansas, good against Alabama, A&M. Memphis, Chattanooga, Iowa, U of Albany. Iowa scoring 34 points. Impressive, guys. Impressive. Virginia beats the Chanticleers, 48-7. Yeah, my Dukes, my James Madison Dukes beat Weber State for 45-10. Burnett, 130 and a touchdown. Petway, 10 carries, 99 yards. 9.9 a carry. Petway's a dog. Petway is so good. I love me some George Petway. Wayne Knight had 87 yards, 7 for 89. Joby Mallory had a good day. Barnett had 30. Sluka had 30. My Dukes. Sickening. I don't have enough spots for both trades to go through, so hopefully it just holds the trade and lets it go through when I drop Tillman. It should. Feeling good in the neighborhood. I'm high on Bo Leave. Oh, we got Bo. Where the Bo Leavers at? Aaron's a Bo Leaver. Iowa scored lots of points. Am I happy with the Aggies today? I was pretty pissed off, OJ. I was pretty pissed off, but better. The end of the third quarter and fourth quarter were better from what I was paying attention to, and the boys agreed. We got athletes. They normally win 2-0. Defense. That's not true. They might run back a punt and they might score on defense. They win 9-0. Would I talk about trades if I was involved with them? Maybe, but not tonight. I'm not paying attention to trades. I don't like to trade, guys. I'm really not a big trade guy in fantasy. I draft well. I only need to trade if I got injuries or we need a fix. Vandy cooked on Charleston Southern. Yikes. Austin P beats Middle Tennessee. Rip Middle Tennessee. Austin P is an FCS school, and they whooped their ass. Sebastian, I clearly. Will Anthony Richardson be traded or cut? He's going to get traded, if anything. I don't think he's going to get... They're going to keep him this year, OJ, but they might trade him in the offseason. I don't think I'd see a day where Iowa's offense was more impressive than Texas and Ohio State's. To be fair, they played Albany and not each other. So I normally don't trade, and I definitely lost value. I'm just trying to build a super team. Remember when Iowa went undefeated only to lose to Sparty in the Big Ten championship game? Then never was relevant again. Good times. I do remember that. Jordan Mason, Jaden Daniels, David Njoku, only players you drafted and finished with. Sebastian, you're worst GM. You're ruining players' lives when you trade them out. How overwhelmed is Arch? Dakota, he is semi-overwhelmed. Sarkisian did not help him out at all. The play calling was bad. He didn't give him anything easy early. Didn't get him out of the pocket. Like, there was no sprint out. Like, I wanted to see, like, a straight quarterback sprint out. They didn't start getting motion till late in the game. I don't know. He didn't trust his O-line. He definitely didn't trust Arch. It's just bad. Shedeur Sanders should be traded to the Vikings. OJ, we're a well-run organization, not a bad one, okay? Shedeur Sanders, trash can. They're millionaires. They can afford a house. You're uprooted. Well, what about their kids? They got to take them out of school. JK, you better be. Don't get me mad. You're ruining their lives, Sebastian. Western Kentucky beats North Alabama. I do love you learn all about these schools that have football teams. I couldn't have told you. Southeast Missouri State. Isn't that where Jerry Rice went to school? They lost to Arkansas State. That's a real school. South Alabama beats Morgan State. Iowa does pump out the tight ends somehow. They pump out great tight ends. And they pump out the exciting whites. They pump out defensive players too. They definitely... Iowa and Pitt. But Iowa's at least better than... Iowa's definitely better than Pitt is. Iowa's better than Pitt as a football team. Like, Iowa's, like, competitive. Their offense makes your eyes bleed. But they're like a competitive Big Ten squad. Only thing I saw with Arch was the first play skip through. He had a really bad, on the last drive, he had a really bad miss on third down that they might have scored. Mississippi Valley State, there you go. Southeast Missouri State might be the same. They might have changed names at this point. I knew it was a crazy Mississippi school. I knew it was some weird-ass school like that. Troy versus Nichols. Fun. USC 73-13 against Missouri State. Our number one. Welcome to the FBS, Missouri State. Life's tough. La Tech, Southeastern Louisiana, 24-0. Not great. Only up 3-0 at half against Southeastern Louisiana is brutal. BYU 69. Nice. Nothing against Portland State. Love to see it. We already talked about these games. Tulsa blew out Abilene Christian. Ooh. What was the big upset too? We didn't. Tarleton State beat Navy the other day. Bowling Green. They got. If you haven't seen Pudge the Cat, learn about Pudge the Cat. Bowling Green. East Carolina pushed NC State a pretty good bit. UCF struggled with Jacksonville State. Delaware beat Delaware State. The Blue Hens. Welcome to the FBS. Monroe blanks St. Francis. Wyoming beat Akron 10-0. God help us all. Missouri, Duke, Mensa 389, 3 tutties. Mensa's going to be a problem. Okie State 27-7 against UT Martin. Dude, what happened to the Oklahoma State program? That used to be a powerhouse program in the Big 12. Competitive top 10, 15 team every year. Minnesota struggled with Buffalo. Houston blank Stephen F. Austin. UAB, Alabama State. Oh, that was a close game. 10-point game. No defense in that one. We saw Patrick Mahomes struggle. Wisconsin 17-0 against Miami of Ohio. Yikes. SDSU beats Stony Brook. Illinois. There you go. Charlton in double overtime beats Army 30-27. 23-6. 10-9. App State beats Charlotte. Kansas looked good. I was at the Auburn-Baylor game, obviously. Georgia Tech, Haynes King running all over the place. Florida International beats Bethune-Cookman 42-9. UNLV bounced back, and Central Michigan, the Chippewas, 16-14 over San Jose State. Crazy weekend of college football. Let me catch up on the chat, and then we'll probably wrap this thing up. Iowa has an identity while Pitt never really knows what kind of team it wants to be. True. Except a disappointment. Didn't Cam from Modern Family go to coach at Missouri State? I could not tell you where he went to coach at the end of Modern Family. But that sounds right. They probably made it up. Maybe, Cam built the powerhouse and got them to D1. They beat Army. You got Miami Hurricanes versus Notre Dame. Pro Footballers. Suns tomorrow for Notre Dame Pro Football. I am leaning Notre Dame. I was going to pick Miami as my upset, and I flipped off of them. I think Notre Dame's going to win that game. How did Missouri State make it a D1 and not SD? It's not a promotion system. Well, it's not a promotion system, Sebastian. It's like it's like population thing. It's not like relegation and demotion, which it kind of should be. Tarleton State over Army, Lamau. Like North Dakota State purposely doesn't enroll enough people to go to Division I. Like they know what they're doing. Okie State's QB also got hurt in that first game, and they just can't catch a break. Disaster. My team plays tomorrow. Yes, sir. The Hurricanes. What was DJ Lagway's numbers today? I'm driving. Haven't had a chance to check out the Florida game. They won 55-0, and the guy somebody had an insane catch for Florida. I don't know who it was. I just saw the clip. But I'm assuming Lagway had a fine day. He scored 55 points. Maybe he didn't. 15-18, 123 touchdowns. He didn't play much. They ran the ball 38 times. They just asserted their will against Long Island. Long Island University Sharks. Great mascot. So he didn't do much today, DJ Lagway. Only a 31 QBR. Kind of weird. They just ran the ball and won the game. Hope Carson Beck is horrible. He's going to be okay. Should be a relegation system. I agree. That would be fun. College football relegation. I think we're going to get that. I think it's going to be a relegation system between the Big Ten and the SEC. It's basically you're either in the Big Ten and the SEC and the bottom teams are out and the rest of the teams go in. Florida catch was nasty. Nuts. I agree, Junkbuster. Main problem with relegation is all the TV deals the conferences make. Well, there's only going to be one conference. There's only going to be two conferences. It's the SEC and the Big Ten, and then it's everybody else. And then we'll go relegation from there. I did see Matthew Golden switch to 0. Also a sloppy number for a wide receiver. Micah took 1. I wouldn't have minded Matthew Golden be number 1. And Micah was 0. 0's tough on a defensive guy. I did see the one-handed today. And the teams. Well, I don't give a shit about the teams. I want entertainment, Ghost Hunter. I want entertainment. I don't give a shit about TV deals and what's right and wrong in schools. I want entertainment. I wish the people in charge of the NCAA weren't greedy. We could have geographically aligned conferences and a relegation system. NCAA has nothing to do with that, Sebastian. Not linked at all. NCAA is the most feckless organization ever. Okay, I took A-Chain over Genty, Henry, and CMC. How cooked am I? I definitely wouldn't have taken A-Chain over Henry. I'm okay with A-Chain over Genty. And A-Chain and CMC are similar in the risk factor. You're not completely cooked, but you are relying on a healthy Devon A-Chain as much as I love him. I'm number 10. Is that tough? Yeah, 10's a good number. 11 was taken from Parsons. I knew that. He asked everybody if he wanted a 1 or 0. He should have done 0. 0 would have been tough. Good defensive players. My favorite Aggie defender, Scooby Williams, 0. Oh, trust me, that kind of chaos is something I love. It's just that as a setup currently, it's very unlikely to happen. I agree, Ghost Hunter. What we should do is make me the college football czar. We put me in charge. I am the college football czar. I control everything. I make All the divisions, all the conference, I make all the rules. I'm in control. I'm in charge. We're making promotion relegation system. It's going to be a little like the NFL. And we're going to have a sub-conference. So we'll make the SEC and the Big Ten, and we'll have 16 teams in each. So 32 teams like an NFL league. And we'll go from there. I got to think it out. But I'm in charge. I wish who's ever in charge of making the TV. It's the conferences. It's all the individual conferences. Everybody's independent and up for themselves. HN is like a fireball, sort of a glass cannon. Yeah, glass cannon. Question, do you think CU should start Juju since CU's offense is for pocket passers? KS won't get the receivers touches. I think you need to develop based on your talent. Like, you recruited like a 5-star quarterback. You gotta build an offense around your talent in college. You mold it around your talent. You need to be malleable. If you don't recruit for your offense, then you gotta mold your offense around your recruits. Any draft spots need filled? Sorry, Dakota. We filled them up. 12 packed. It was open. We just didn't get anybody else to join. No more drafts tonight. Top 3 favorite Raven is 0 as well. Am I wrong for taking Hurts? Who's 0? What Raven was 0? Oh, Roquan Smith. Tough number. Tough number. Am I wrong for taking Hurts 3rd overall? Pac-Man, yes. Yes. Unless it's a super flex league. If it's a super flex league, it's fine. Or standard league, yes. Way too early for a quarterback. It was a Diablo 2 reference. Fireball. I'm not poker. I'm not a Diablo 2 guy. Gonna be honest. Not a Diablo guy. Not a PC gamer. I'd vote for you for the NCASR just to see what would happen. Appreciate that. Doesn't everybody want the It would be the perfect mix of madness, entertainment, and quality. Because first and foremost, I want good football. I care about football, obviously. Loading. Loading. YouTube emojis suck. They got some fun ones there. The cat. I was playing with them. I like the trophy with the eyes. Champion. Well, if you sign up for a channel membership, you get the best emojis in the world. You get these 3 emojis. You get Nail Polish Boy, Rage Out, and Viking Pete. Roquan. I got it. The cat emojis in the box. That's tough. But he's a Super Bowl champion. Well, that doesn't matter for fantasy. Josh Allen and Lamar, not Super Bowl champions. Unbelievable for fantasy. What about the little wizard goblin? I like this little wizard guy. Is that a brush or is like a... I think he's a wizard right there. Exploding volcano head? YouTube's got some funny ones. And they got the guys dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. In 6th grade, I made a whole slideshow about how I would realign the NFL, and then in 7th grade, made one for college football. Would you go geographically realigned for the NFL? If you go strictly by geographic locations for NFL divisions, there's only one division that would remain completely the same, and it is the NFC North. The Vikings, Packers, and Lions and Bears are doomed to play each other for eternity. Is Hawkinson my second pick too late? That's too early. No quarterbacks and tight ends, Pac-Man. I hope you're trolling. Too early for quarterbacks and tight ends. Maybe this year Lamar or Josh can win one. I think if any year, why not this year? I think somebody's due in the AFC to dethrone the Chefs. I do agree. Like, ain't nobody trying to see Kent State, Ohio State beat up Little Children's University. Children of the poor. I agree, but you need a tune-up game. I think it's okay to have like one tune-up game for a preseason. It's like preseason. You play a tune-up game. Week 0. Maybe everybody plays week 0 and that's the new week 1 and you play a really shitty school. Sneeze. Should defense be picked last or kicker? It doesn't have to be picked last, but either or. Depends. If you want to play defense, you don't have to pick a defense or kicker at the end. You can pick them a little earlier. Someone is 100% due. All right. That's going to do, 5 minutes. I'll stay on for 5 more minutes. We'll hit the 2-hour mark. 5 more minutes, so get any more questions in if you want them. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got daily sports content. We'll have our NFC North or NFC South. I keep saying NFC North. Our NFC South preview coming out tomorrow afternoon. AFC North on Monday. NFC West on Tuesday to wrap up the NFC. And then our AFC East to finish it up on Wednesday before our kickoff. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So if I didn't list your division, the video's already out. Check it out on the channel already. Plus, we got the schedule for September. I got to edit some times here, but I can pull up the schedule for September. This is basically the NFL schedule. So not wrapping it up yet. Bye. Night, Sebastian, if you're out. Did I see what Johnny said about Alabama? No. What did he say today? What did my king say about shitty Bama? Johnny Manziel, the GOAT. Even more chaos. Have the worst NFL team play the NCAA champ to determine who gets to join or stay in the NFL. Ghost Hunter, I don't want to see young college kids die. The worst NFL team would beat the best college football team by 4 touchdowns. At least. And that's being generous. 4 touchdowns. That's like being nice to the college team. They'd probably win by 7 touchdowns. Took my D. It was no doubt for me. See? When's the AFC North coming out? Monday. AFC North out is Mondays. I got to re-record. I have to re-record the AFC North, I think, because so much shit happened in the AFC North after I recorded it. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it. I don't think it really changes any of my picks. I might just put it out there because I'm lazy. Said that Alabama does not put the fear. That's 100% true. Pac-Man, it's 100% true. I mean, Florida State's quarterback was talking shit. He was talking shit. Like, yeah. They ain't got Nick Saban to save you. You ain't got Nick Saban to save you. You never want to be the guy to replace the guy. Nobody fears Bama but Bama fans. That's 100% true. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Over my beautiful face. So, put this below my below my webcam so I can blow it up. Uh-oh. Oh, I already had it on here. Am I stupid? I am stupid. I'm dumb. Okay, I got too much shit on here. There we go. Here we go, boys. Now we're cooking. Cook. Okay, schedule for September. NFC South tomorrow. Not going to be out at 9 a.m. It's going to be out in the afternoon. I'm going to change these release dates. So, times TBD'd. AFC North on Monday. NFC West. AFC East. Backyard Bookies is going to be moved to Wednesday. We got to record Wednesday. Video will be out Friday. So, maybe I'll go live Thursday with my picks in the afternoon. My NFL picks. We might move that NFL pick live stream. I'll stream Saturday during the day for college football. And then Sunday Night Football, this is going to be the schedule for the NFL season. Sunday night will be live post-reaction Sunday night, talking about week 1. Video with my reactions Monday. Power rankings Tuesday morning. Probably a fantasy waiver wire live stream on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, NFL picks live stream. Thursday, NFL picks video. Backyard Bookies live stream. Backyards video on Friday. Then college football live stream. That's pretty much my schedule for everything except for September 27th. I got a wedding I got to be at. So that's going to be our schedule for the NFL season. We are cooking, boys. It's here. It's here. We're going to have content. You're going to have a video or a live stream from me every single day, basically. So enjoy me. Or you're going to be sick of me. Nick Saban was that team. I wonder if Auburn can take over as the top team in the state. They can. I don't know if they will. It is only a 2-team race. And Auburn is a competitive school when they are good. They are competitive. I thought OU beating them last year was shocking, but appears to just be the norm now. True. That was the final linchpin. Maybe the Vanderbilt thing just broke them. I don't think Kellen DeBoer is a very good team. A very good coach. Very good coach. At all. I didn't like him at Washington. I thought he was overrated. Pac-12 merchant. Yeah, OU was bad last year. Hit the like button or else Florida State will unexpectedly crush your team next. True. Does KU beat K-State this year? Yes, I'm big in Kansas to beat Kansas State. I don't like Avery, and I like Jalen. I feel bad that Manziel missed out on the NIL era. He would have made big. If Johnny Manziel was in the NIL era, or if they paid players, Johnny would have played 4 years of college. Johnny Manziel would have been flirting with Tim Tebow as the best college quarterback ever. Because Manziel wouldn't have went out. He would have played at least a third year at A&M. The NCAA basically forced him out to the draft because they were going to suspend him for the entire year for the autograph. Like, they were going to get Johnny Manziel. They hated Johnny Manziel. And he wasn't ready for the NFL and Cleveland. So if Manziel would have got paid legitimately, he plays a third season at A&M, and A&M's really good. They almost lost to North Dakota. If KU loses to K-State, nothing will ever make sense again. It's college football. It's football in general, Ghost Hunter. Nothing ever makes sense. We know this. So the NCAA was breathing down his neck. You're saying they definitely were. They suspended. Everyone forgets he was suspended for a half or a game against Rice his sophomore year. Florida State got that QB from BC. Yeah, he was tired. They were tired of him whooping his ass. So they got him, and it helped. He's got a dog in him, that Boston. Now, Boston College quarterback's not that good, but he looked good today. He ain't that good. Tebow was the dog of all dogs. He's probably the best college quarterback ever. Not the best season, but probably the best college quarterback with his career. Two natties, one where he was the starting quarterback, a Heisman Trophy in his non-natty season, and his last year, they were great. ACC good, no, ACC bad. Clemson gonna run the ACC. Duke good. North Carolina maybe. Tebow wasn't in NFL or NIL. Yeah, Tebow was bad in the NFL, obviously. Better college career, Burrow or Cam Newton? Well, career, neither. I guess Burrow because he played more seasons. Best single season, probably Burrow. But that Cam Newton season was special. But I think Joe Burrow had a better season. Joe Burrow conducted the greatest offense ever. Penn State natty this year, maybe. I like Penn State a lot this year. They're my natty pick. Penn State is my natty pick, I think. Cam carried that Auburn team. Yeah, that Auburn offense was bad. Their defense wasn't terrible. That offense was bad. But Joe Burrow also had Ferraris on offense, and he took those boys to new heights. I mean, that's the best offensive team in college football history. I don't think people understand how good. He threw 7 touchdowns in the first half of a semifinal. Insane. I think that LSU team wins 7 games in the SEC without Burrow at quarterback. Who won more playoff games, Tebow or Derek Carr? We all know it was Tebow. Is Trevor Lawrence a bust or is it too early to call? This is the year. Trevor Lawrence is never going to be as good as we thought he's going to be. He could still be a good NFL quarterback. He's never going to live up to this is a generational talent at the number 1 pick. So, too early to tell. But that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm so hyped for the football season. Great fantasy draft for everybody. Appreciate everybody stopping by, all our new subs. So, have a good rest of your holiday weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Monday off for most of you. So, going to be a great time. I was told Trevor Lawrence was going to be better but yeah, the hype was unreal. So, stay safe. Football's back. All is right in the world. Like, subscribe, and share.